welcome back to Novel Idea. My name is Dia, and today I'm going to be sharing my October pile of possibilities. This is not going to include my Victober TBR that I already went over. I will show you what I'm going to be reading for Victober, but I am going to go over just the pile of possibilities for the rest of the month. All right, really quick before we get started, I just wanted to show you what I'm drinking because I'm enjoying it so much. So I've been drinking this during the day. This is, ooh, bright colors. Can you see? How do I do this? I have been drinking this during the day. It is cardamom and cinnamon and pink peppercorn, and it's in a black tea blend, so this is caffeinated. But then in the evenings, I love this. I actually save this tea every single year for when it's like really starting to get crisp out. And then this is my evening enjoyment. I love this. Neither one of these needs sugar. For some reason, they have their own sweetness. Now, if you are somebody that likes things extremely sweet, go ahead and put sugar or whatever in them. But I don't ever have sugar in anything, and so these are what I am enjoying. I just wanted to share that with you. Okay, let's get into all of the pile of possibilities for October. This is my mug, in case you wanted to see it. It's so cute. I can't remember. It's Danica Studios. I found it secondhand, but I just love it. And it looks so fall to me. It's a little fairy tale mug. So that's that one. All right, so for Victober, really quick, I will be reading Oscar Wilde's short story collection, just a couple of them in there probably, and I am going to be buddy reading this with Tiffany from Beautiful Minutia. So we're gonna buddy read a few of Oscar Wilde's short stories. I will be reading Trilby by Georges du Maurier. I will be reading Elizabeth Gaskell's Moorland Cottage, which is only one of the stories in here. It's the longest one, but it's still only 97 pages. So, and then also I will be reading with Gemma from Gemma Books. I'm going to be reading some of Christina Rossetti's poems. And this is a collection of several different Victorian women poets, but I am only going to be reading Rossetti's with Gemma. And then we're gonna get into my one other obligation for the month, and that is Among the Shadows. I will be reading this collection of short stories by Ellen Montgomery with Courtney from Courtney Reads. And I'm really excited about this. I had no idea before Courtney did a kind of collection on her channel of her Ellen Montgomery books that Ellen Montgomery had written any ghost stories. So I'm hoping that these are spooky and not horror. I'm pretty sure they probably will be. And that's what I'm gonna be reading with Courtney, and we're gonna take like one a day and talk about it as we go. Okay, and then also I didn't mention that I am also going to be reading for Victober Wilke Collins' The Moonstone, which I haven't picked up from the library yet. And same thing with Henry James's Turn of the Screw. So I'll be reading both of those, but I haven't gotten them from the library yet. So I'll put pictures up. Okay, on to the rest of the pile of possibilities. Several of these I don't have in hand yet because I've either ordered them on thrift books or second sale or that kind of thing. I did my first Pango book. I haven't done that before. So I did a Pango book order also, and I'm pretty excited to get that one. But anyway, I ordered some, and so I'm waiting for them to come in, and I'm very confident that they'll be here before the end of the month. But the first one that I will be reading that I do have in hand is What Moves the Dead. This is by T. Kingfisher, who wrote Nettle and Bone that I read a couple months ago. Sorry, hang on. Ugh, dog hair. What Moves the Dead is just a kind of retelling of the fall of the House of Usher by Edgar Allan Poe. And so I am anxious to find out what a retelling of that looks like, because that's already pretty spooky. So we'll see if I can handle this. But I enjoyed Nettle and Bone so much, and T. Kingfisher's writing so much, that I'm looking forward to jumping into this too. And then I also have Blackbird House. I picked this up. You saw this in a book haul not too long ago. I think it was my first book haul on here. And I picked this up at a library sale for 25 cents. And so I have seen Practical Magic, which is a movie based on Alice Hoffman's book, but I have never read anything by Alice Hoffman. So I'm going to read Blackbird House. And then I also, everything else I think, oh no, I do have some more here. Hang on. So I heard about Guy de Maupassant. Guy de Maupassant. Maupassant. I don't know. I'm trying to say it the French way, but I'm probably saying it completely wrong. Translated by Sandra Smith. And I heard that this short story was one of the best kind of gothic horror short stories out there. So I'm gonna try it. It's very short. I think it's only like 10 pages. And so I picked up this. It's got several short stories in it, but I'm gonna be reading The Necklace. And then I also picked up, let's see if we can see this one because it is shiny. Okay, Ghostly. And this is a collection put together by Audrey Niffinger. And it also has 3 short stories that I've been told are quite spooky. And so I wanted to try them. And that is one of M.R. James's short stories. And Mezzotint, the Mezzotint. So I'm going to be reading that one. And then also P.G. Wodehouse, The Honeysuckle Cottage. And this is supposed to be hilarious. This is supposed to be like the funniest thing that P.G. Wodehouse wrote. So, spooky and funny. I can handle that. And then also, I found that there is a Rudyard Kipling short story in here. And it's Ghostly Tales, so it should be a little spooky also. And so I will be reading those 3 out of this book. I found this at a library sale or Goodwill. I don't know which one. One of the 2. And it is just a collection of Rossetti's artwork, Dante Gabriele Rossetti. And I love Pre-Raphaelites. I just think the painting, everything, the techniques, they're so beautiful. So this talks about Dante Gabriele and many of the women that he used as models. And I just was excited to do this because I have Christina, his sister, I have her poetry, and then I have his painting. So I wanted to do that this month also. Okay, I don't think anything else I actually have in hand, but like I said, they are on their way. So I also will be reading Ray Bradbury's October Country. This is a book I actually need to buy. I have read it before and I just love Bradbury's writing. I know that he does a lot of kind of scary, spooky, unsettling is the way that I would say it. But he writes so beautifully that I barely notice how unsettling it is. So I will be reading October Country by Ray Bradbury. I also, from the library, have requested Brida by Paulo Coelho. And he's the same author who wrote The Alchemist. I know that it's a controversial book. I did like The Alchemist when I read it, and I actually own a copy of it. And I have never read anything else by him, and so I wanted to try something else. And this was recommended by a friend, and so I'm gonna give it a try. It's supposed to be kind of a witch story. And then also, I, from the library, have Perdido Street Station by China Millville, and I am looking forward to it. I have heard so much about this book for so long, and it has been on my TBR for so long, and so I really hope that it comes in and I get to read it. And the last one that I have coming in from the library is a book called Wise Child, and this is by Margaret, is that right? I'm gonna put the picture up of it. It is a middle grade story, but it's about an herbalist who teaches an apprentice, and just their relationship that develops, and then what happens also as a result of learning a quote-unquote magic. The apprentice is called Wise Child, and that's the name of the book also. Okay. And then I have the Seance, again, picture, from the library that is supposed to be coming in. I'm the next one in line for this book, so I'm confident that I'm going to be able to read it in October. And then also I will be reading Unnatural Magic, picture. And the reason for this one is that it was recommended by Desi at Darling Desi, and I am looking forward to trying it out. It sounds good. Then last year, I read a YA werewolf novel. It's called Lobazonia, and the sequel for it came out. It is called Cazadora, and I will be reading it this year during October. And it's YA, but it wasn't overly angsty, and I appreciated the tone of the subject. And so I really am looking forward to Cazadora and seeing how the author handles an ongoing saga. And then the last one that I will be having for sure is Angel Mage, and this is by Garth Nix, and I know nothing about it. I just know that I love Garth Nix's writing. I was like, it sounds like the perfect thing to be reading during October, and so I picked that one up also. So the other ones that I have that are possibilities, I am at least 2 weeks, 3 weeks out on some of these, so I don't know for sure that they're going to come in at the library. But I also have The Drowned Woods, The Last House on Needless Street, I have Witch Haven, Curse of Spectacle Key, Tread of Angels, Belladonna, Cashel Mara, and Garlic the Vampire. Garlic the Vampire I have read. I just love it, so I want to read it again. Garlic the Vampire is a graphic novel, and it is absolutely adorable. It is about a witch who brings to life her garden, and so many of her vegetables help to raise the other vegetables and raise the vegetables that haven't been animated. And one day a vampire moves into the neighborhood, and because vampires are afraid of garlic, it becomes Garlic's job to go get rid of the vampire from the neighborhood, and just what ensues as a result of that. And so anyway, it's adorable. Can't wait to read that one. So there you have my pile of possibilities for the upcoming month. What are you guys reading this month? I have seen so many October TBRs already, so I have a good idea that a lot of you are just doing Victober reads, or you're not doing any spooky at all and just doing cozy. And I know that these won't be all of what I end up picking up because I'm such a mood reader, and I'm just really excited about them. So I hope that you guys are looking forward to your October and to what you have plans for. I would love to know those plans if you want to share them down in the comments. And that is everything from me for the day. Thanks for joining me, everybody.